distance apart from each other, it conveys smoothness. Where you have before, it was just doing it as fast as it could. And so one frame might be very long, and the next frame, the next GPU renders it in a tiny, you only get like 10 scan lines worth of content. Well, what that means is you don't perceive it. You don't see that. And that makes it seem jittery, because then the next thing you see is the original GPU rendering the next frame. You might as well only be running one GPU at that point. There's no point to having a dual GPU card, or Crossfire in the case of that system. So the frame pacing is what makes that a smoother experience, to the point where you might say, well, it's a toss-up, because NVIDIA is already doing that in the driver. That's a technology that's been built into their stuff. So that's kind of what we were going for, was to see if it's frame pacing effective. Is it doing something that makes you experience better?
There was one major issue that I noticed in black and white is on Metro.
Yeah.
During testing after the monsters and everything like that, when we got talking to these, it felt really good for the entire part.
Okay.
Walking through that whole hallway, that felt really good.
Right.
But just over the white, it felt flawless.
So I saw that too, and maybe it turns out that when we're going to
monitor too.
And single monitor, right. So what we're going to do is, I got a guy in Canada that's going to be running these same configurations, but benchmarking, doing the actual numbers. This was all the subjective stuff. He's going to be doing the numbers, and what we'll compare is how the consensus of the audience, how dumb we are, correlates to the benchmarks. And what it might turn out is that Metro might not have been a very well optimized game for AMD. It might turn out that they did better in Grid, because that's an AMD Evolve game, or they do better in Bioshock, because that's part of their bundle that they do with their cards. So we'll see how that correlates. It might just be that Metro is not very well optimized. But I saw the same thing, even on single monitor. It was really bad on multi-monitor, but I saw it on single as well.
When you're from Canada,